Giving my closet a makeover, and these wire shelves from the contractors that were installed just aren't going to cut it. So watch how I take this $7 and turn this into a professional looking shelving system. Video where I did my accent wall and this Dollar Tree wallpaper on the bottom and the beginning of these custom shelves. This is where you can find those. Am I the only one that is extremely terrified by retracting a tape measure that is metal? Giving this a dry run layout, so I've got it all lined up, and then I'm going to take the roll down here, get it right to the edge, and then I'm just going to take this blade and poke a little hole to let me know where I need to put my straight edge at and cut this to size. Grid on the back half of the shelving paper, so there's where I made my little mark. So I'm going to bring up the straight edge and line that up, and then I'm also going to use a level to make sure everything's nice and straight before I make the cut with the blade. I went ahead and cut the piece basically in half, and so I'm going to install it from the back forward since I've got this overhang on the front that I'm going to be tucking and rolling it in. So I'm going to peel from the back and then just smooth it out and use my straight edge to smooth it as I go. About halfway done, I am going to cut this remaining piece down probably in half to make it a little bit smaller and a little bit easier to navigate. Let's get that done. As you're preparing to install a piece, when you're rolling back the first little bit of the protective paper to expose the tackiness, go ahead and give this a hard crease. That way when you flip it over to install it, this doesn't roll back up and make it difficult to install. And then you can just pull it once it's flipped over and use your straight edge to smooth as you go really slowly. If when you tuck under on the front panel, it doesn't come out even, don't worry. This part wasn't even either. All I did was take the blade and start with the spot that was most even and flush, and I just took the blade and went all the way down, and then you see it makes a perfect straight line. Okay, our first shelf is done, so now I need to do the panels. I'm going to do the bottom part of that top rack and then just use zip ties to get it to anchor. And I'm going to make the front panel a little bit longer than this one so that it covers up those hooks as well, because that's where I'll be hanging my clothes, and I don't want to paint or adjust or spray paint the hardware at all. And then I'm going to take either leftover pieces of the shelving paper or the wallpaper and wrap it around those stabilizer bars there.